Before I start off this video, I would want to give some really important context why this video actually has a real good information wherein we will definitely discuss about what are the first two signings of Arsenal. It has been revealed that Arsenal are right now about to spend 55 to 65 million pounds. Yes. Wait till the end of the video, you'll come to know. And of course, if you see daily Arsenal content, just subscribe. Just hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon. Best place to be. The transfer window is going to be crazy and we are going to cover it full exclusively. So, what you're waiting for, bro? Hit that subscribe button. And if you believe this is not the first time that you're on my channel and you've been watching my content, if you want to support me because you believe that I do a lot of hard work, first of all, to think like that, thank you so much. And if you want to really help me out, there are 3 ways to do that. Number 1, take subscriptions of my channel so that I could actually make some really member-only content, which I'm planning to once I see there's some memberships actually happening. Number 2, always super chat, of course, that's a big help. Third, the most elegant and the best way to do that is like the video if you like it. If you don't like the video, dislike it, I don't care. But comment and let me know what you guys feel about the news that is actually coming up in this episode. Let's just jump into it. So the first news that we have is about Yves Bissouma. So there's this journalist that I actually have come across, is Shaheen Girai. Now this guy, there are lots of you'd say Fabrizio Romano, blah blah blah, but this guy has his previous predictions, or rather his news, were on 20th December 2020. He tweeted out, Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta will still be at the office after the January transfer window. And he did that in December 2020 when Arsenal were really having a very bad time. And on the October 5th, 2020, which is the last deadline day of the transfer window when we signed Thomas Partey on the deadline day, he tweeted out that just in friend in Madrid has just told me that Arsenal have finally decided to pay the release clause of Thomas Partey. Announcement as soon as the documentation and medical is completed. So he actually came up with this kind of news. So I think he's reliable because of the time frame that actually these news have come in. So he tweeted out these important 3 news. It happened. So first he came up with Shaheen Girai says, breaking: Arsenal board members have contacted Brighton for the signing of Mali national Yves Bissouma. Arsenal have put the player on the priority list. No official bid yet, but the 2 parties have contacted each other. Brighton value the player around 30 to 35 million pounds. More to follow. So if he says it, I will definitely believe it, man. Yes, because he was the one in January 8th called in that I have received a journal that confirms Mesut Ozil to Fenerbahce transfer, more to follow, which he did that on January 8th. So this is the first prediction that he made today. That is Yves Bissouma to Arsenal. Arsenal have already begun their contacts with Brighton. That's number 1. Number 2, Arsenal have shown interest in signing Turkish national Mehmet Zaki Çelik. The Lille right back is valued around 25 to 30 million pounds. 3-0. No official bid from Arsenal yet. More to follow. They've shown interest in Mehmet Zaki Çelik. No bid yet. But for Yves Bissouma, they have contacted Brighton and they have put the player on the priority list. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can expect, 25 to 30 million for Zaki Çelik, 30 to 35 million. So there's definitely an 55 million to 60 million kind of 65 million is the price tag that is set on these 2 players. Arsenal could definitely have some steals in this transfer window. Moving on, so the countdown to Bukayo Saka being named Arsenal's player of the season continues, reports Charles Watts, because third on the list was Kieran Tierney with 14% votes. Second, revealed by Arsenal, is Nicolas Pepe with 15% votes. I don't even think so anyone else actually comes closer to Bukayo Saka this season. So it's got to be Bukayo Saka, man. That'd be really crazy. That'd be really, really awesome, actually. So, as we think about and as we actually talk about more stuff, Chris Peatley tweets out that Sead Kolasinac has not been able to find an agreement with Schalke due to club's financial limitations. Teams in Italy and Turkey are weighing up a move for the Bosnian defender, who is set to leave Arsenal this summer. Also, Aidan J. Wood says, I'm reliably informed that rumours saying Brighton goalkeeper Matt Ryan is close to completing a permanent move to Arsenal are wide of the mark. So, Matt Ryan to Arsenal for now is not happening. So just chill out, guys. Yeah, just chill out. So more to talk about. We'll just talk about it more as we can speak. So as suggested earlier, Ancelotti has the challenge to make Martin Odegaard explode and give him the confidence Odegaard did not feel with Zinedine Zidane. So it looks more certain that he's going to stay, man. He's going to stay at Madrid. So Odegaard on Ancelotti's Real Madrid appointment has certain things to say. He says he believes that Ancelotti's return is a good thing for a club, despite the Italian's 6 years ago comments, which was said that signing Odegaard was a PR stunt. He says that it is a coach I know and with whom I had a good relationship when he was last there. In that sense, it is positive, but beyond that, one day has passed. So I do not know too much about what he thinks about things. You know, let's see. But I'm hoping better things from Martin Odegaard. So, talking about more stuff, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Arsenal are getting greedy because of the transfer fee that they're asking for Matteo Guendouzi. Why am I saying this? Because there's a report from Foot Mercato. Leighton Sport says that Marseille appear in pole position in the case to sign Matteo Guendouzi from Arsenal. For several weeks now, Marseille has had a common ground in principle with the player on the terms of possible future contract. While we could legitimately estimate on the side of Marseille that the negotiations, Arsenal would not present any difficulty. Knowing that Arsenal no longer count on Guendouzi, it would seem that the situation is less easy than expected. According to our information, Arsenal have indeed set an important price for the transfer of Guendouzi, well above 10 million euros, to the point of delaying the finalization of the deal. Well, the Gunners would have an option of 1 year in the player's contract, bringing his lease to June 2023. Now, Arsenal have an option to increase Guendouzi's contract for one more season. That is a problem for Marseille, because if Arsenal activate that clause, they could actually keep Matteo Guendouzi for one more year, and they can ask more money from Marseille at the moment. So, while Marseille thought that the hardest a few weeks ago by obtaining a green light for Matteo Guendouzi, Arsenal is more greedy than expected on the transfer, which remains, however, hoped for by the Marseille club. So it looks like Arsenal are asking the right amount of money, actually more than 10 million euros than the asking price, than the price that might be they are selling, they're wanting to. I think Marseille, probably that's the reason, but otherwise 10 million euros officially was not the price tag that we really want to talk about. So Arsenal have announced the certain players that they're going to release. So they have posted on their website that our thanks and best wishes go to the following players because their contracts end with us officially on June 30th, 2021. So men's and women's first team squads, it's Dani Ceballos, David Luiz, Leon Imaya, Martin Odegaard and Matt Ryan. Men's under 18 and under 23 squad involves Levi Lang, Joseph Oliveira, Luke Plange, Jason Straha. So they've given all the best to all of them, and that is that, ladies and gentlemen. So all the best, of course, why not? So Thierry Henry has given his verdict as he admits that Arsenal are nowhere near the title. They are a mid-table team. He did not mince his words, didn't he? So speaking to beIN Sports, Henry said, I don't like to compare eras. People do, and I understand that. And it's a different generation, a different time, different technology. They have different views of the game, different preparations, and different ways. The team hasn't been successful recently, obviously winning cups along the way, but nowhere near the level of trying to compete for the title. But you can say the same for the lot of teams. You see Liverpool wait 30 years to win the title. It takes time even for great teams. So hopefully Arsenal can come back and compete, because at the end of the day, there's only going to be one winner, but at least try and compete. Henry said goals can come from anywhere, as Man City showed us this season. When you look at it, who would have said City would win the league without Aguero? So I think if you have certain style, you can share goals. It doesn't always have to be the number 9 that has to deliver the goals in the modern game. When you look at the Arsenal team, it is a better squad than West Ham. I would say yes, it is better than Leicester. I would like to say yes, but then Leicester are still ahead. It is capable of finishing in the higher positions, although you don't have the squad of Man City or Chelsea or United. So Thierry Henry says that we have a better squad than Leicester City and West Ham. Okay. No comments. No, I just don't want to anymore. So as I already mentioned in my previous video, that according to Tuttosport, Napoli are interested in signing Schalke. Sorry, what? Kolasinac, not Schalke. Over the phone. Okay, Napoli are interested in signing Kolasinac. Slip of tongue. So it appears that Kolasinac and Klaas-Jan Huntelaar are going to leave Schalke because they don't have the money to pay them. They have really not found out a way as to how they can actually pay a player with these kind of salaries. So he's coming back and probably going out, definitely. So according to, as I already mentioned it, but here we go. Sergio Kun Aguero's father says There were several clubs interested in signing Aguero. Arsenal were interested in him and Chelsea to the last minute. If he did not stay in England, it was going to be Italy or Spain. So that is that. Moving on, so Bukayo Saka has been awarded the player of the match for his performance for England against Austria last night. Congratulations. And also good luck to Niklas Bendtner. Former Arsenal striker has officially announced his retirement from professional football at the age of 33. All the best, my friend. All the best. Now, former Lille sporting director Luis Campos is included in Real Madrid and Arsenal. He's actually linked with Arsenal and Real Madrid. So let's see if that's going to be happening or not. So with this, I'd like to end this episode. If you liked what you saw, I come up with these kind of stuff daily, twice, 365 days a year. But still, consider subscribing and I will see you in the next one. And of course, comment and let me know. Do you guys actually believe that Arsenal are going to bid for 2 players and they're going to pay £65 million? Let me know.